you're planning to retire in Canada, you might be wondering, what does life really look like with $1 million? Is it enough for a comfortable, stress-free retirement, or will you still need to watch every dollar? But before we move further, hi, my name is Tarlika Sehgal and I'm a real estate expert. In this video, we are breaking down the real costs of retirement, housing, healthcare, travel, and day-to-day expenses, so you can see exactly how far $1 million will take you. Plus, we'll reveal a key mistake that could drain your savings faster than you expect and a simple way to avoid it. Stick around to the end for a bonus tip on stretching your retirement funds even further with the strategy most people overlook. Starting with number 5, understanding the budget. In 2025, in a small town in Canada, Alex and Julia planned their retirement. They were two kind people who saved money for a long time. Now they had $1 million to help them live a good life when they stopped working. But they were worried, could $1 million really pay for everything they needed? They needed money for a house, doctor's visits, trips, fun times. The big problem was knowing if their savings would last a long time. They looked at their spending and learned about a rule called the 4% rule. This rule meant that if they took out 4% of their savings each year, they could have enough money for 30 years ahead. The rule of thumb is multiply your desired annual retirement income by 25. The 4% rule assumes you withdraw 4% of your portfolio annually without running out of money for 30 years. They also counted on help from the government through the Canada Pension Plan (CPP) and Old Age Security (OAS) to add extra money. This mix of their savings and government help was their plan to cover all their costs, even though they knew that the cost of living could increase because of inflation. They decided to be very careful with their money. They set up a plan that made them feel safe. They kept a close watch on their spending and learned that sometimes they might have to change their plan if things got tough. Like when prices went higher or if they needed more help with health costs. Alex and Julia found that using the 4% rule along with the CPP and OAS was a smart way to keep their savings for a long time. The lesson for you, my friend, is that planning and keeping track of your money can help you live well, even in retirement. Always think about your spending, save smartly, and be ready to adjust your plan when life changes. Moving on to number 4, income sources beyond savings. Alex and Julia had saved $1 million for their retirement and they lived in a cozy home with friendly neighbors. Even though they had saved a lot, they worried if that money would last for the rest of their lives. They knew that relying only on their savings was risky because expenses could grow over time. In Canada, many people get help from the government through the Canada Pension Plan (CPP) and Old Age Security (OAS), but Alex and Julia wondered if that would be enough. They also heard about a little extra help called the Guaranteed Income Supplement (GIS) for those who need it. The problem was clear. They needed more ways to bring in money so that they would not run out of funds. To solve this, Alex and Julia decided to try part-time consulting work. By doing this, they earned about $20,000 extra every year. This extra money meant they did not have to pull too much from their savings right away. They could use their savings carefully while still getting a steady income from consulting. Along with the government benefits like CPP, OAS, and extra work helped fill in their gaps. In the end, Alex and Julia felt much more secure because they had many ways to earn money. Their plan showed that having different income sources is very smart. The lesson for you is to always think of more than one way to bring in money. When you plan for the future, try to mix savings with other income streams so you can enjoy a worry-free retirement. Coming at number 3, managing investment withdrawals. Alex and Julia had saved money in different types of accounts. Some money was in taxable accounts, some in tax-deferred accounts like RRSPs, and some in tax-free accounts like TFSAs. They loved that they had many ways to save, but they had a big worry. They were not sure how to take money out of these accounts without paying too many taxes or running of funds when the market was not doing well. The problem was that when the market went down, their savings could shrink and they might have to pay more taxes. They did not want to face a time when they had little money to live on, so they knew they had to find a smart way to manage their withdrawals. To solve this, Alex and Julia made a careful plan. They decided to take money from their taxable accounts first because the tax rules were kinder there. They kept funds in their TFSAs for years when they needed extra money. They also planned to take less money when the market was low so that their savings could grow back over time. By using this mix of withdrawals, they made sure they would have enough money each year without paying too much in taxes. The lesson for you is to plan your withdrawals wisely, mix the sources of your money, watch the market, and adjust your spending when needed. This way, you can protect your savings and enjoy a secure retirement while keeping things simple and smart. Moving on to number 2, healthcare and inflation planning. Alex and Julia had worked hard and saved money for many years, and now they looked forward to enjoying life without work. But they had a big worry. They knew that healthcare costs and rising prices could make life much more expensive as they got older. Even though Canada has free healthcare, it does not cover everything like medicine, dental care, long-term help when someone is very sick. They were not sure if the savings would be enough when bills went up each year. They needed a way to plan for these extra costs so they could enjoy a happy and safe retirement. To solve this, Alex and Julia made a careful plan. They decided to set aside money for things like pills, dentist visits, and seeing a doctor when needed. They also looked at buying extra health insurance to help pay for long-term care if it was needed later. Next, they chose to invest some of their money in stocks and inflation-protected bonds. Stocks can grow faster than the rising cost of living, and bonds can help protect their money from inflation. This mix of investments helped their savings grow while keeping up their higher prices. In the end, their plan worked well. The lesson for you is to plan ahead, save for extra costs, and invest wisely. That way, you can enjoy a safe and happy retirement too. Coming at number 1, keeping lifestyle and flexibility. Alex and Julia were ready for fun retirement. They had worked hard and saved money, and now they wanted to live a good life full of joy. They loved to travel, try new foods, go to community events, but there was a problem. They worried that saving money meant they would have to give up the fun things they loved. They did not want to be stuck at home or stop enjoying life just to keep their savings safe. They knew that if they spent too much, they might have troubles later. So they looked for a smart plan that would let them have fun and still have money for a rainy day. Alex and Julia decided to change their ways. They planned to travel affordably by using senior discounts and booking trips during quieter times. They thought about downsizing to a smaller, easier to maintain home in a nice town like Kelowna or Prince Edward County, which would lower their bills. They also chose to spend money on experiences that made them happy, like farm-to-table dinners and scenic train rides. Instead of buying many things, they set a flexible budget that would change with their investments, saving more when times were hard and spending more when things were good. In the end, their plan worked well. They enjoyed a lively, fun retirement without running out of money. The lesson for you is to plan wisely, mix fun with smart saving, adjust when needed, and always keep your life full of joy and adventure. If you're still watching this video, it means you liked the video and found it helpful. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future. Remember, at the start of the video, I mentioned a bonus tip. Well, here it is. Alex and Julia were enjoying their retirement. They had a nice home they loved and many happy memories there. But as they grew older, they began to worry about extra costs. They knew that sometimes unexpected bills for healthcare or home repairs could appear. They also wanted to make sure they had enough money to live on while staying in the home they loved. This was their big problem. How to get extra cash without selling their home or taking on big monthly payments? To solve this, Alex and Julia learned about reverse mortgage. A reverse mortgage lets homeowners aged 55 or older borrow money against the value of their home. With this plan, they could get tax-free money without selling their house. They used the reverse mortgage to cover sudden expenses and boost their retirement income when the market was slow. They did not need to make monthly payments because the loan was paid back only when they had sold their house or when one of them was no longer around. This meant they could stay in their home and live comfortably. In the end, their plan worked well. They felt secure knowing they had a safety net for emergencies and extra cash when needed. The lesson for you is clear. Think of smart ways to use the assets you already have. A reverse mortgage can be a helpful tool to give you extra money and peace of mind. With careful planning and a good understanding of your options, you can enjoy a happy, stress-free retirement while staying in the home you love. If you found value and would like to see more videos, click on the boxes on the screen. If you would like to know more about Toronto's real estate covering Greater Toronto area, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my socials to keep yourself updated. Hit the like button if you found this video informative. Once again, I'm Tarlika Sehgal, your real estate expert, and you can get in touch with me through my contact details in the description box below. See you in the next video.